My name is Oshun Amarai. On this channel, we uncover the creepiest, most unusual haunted TikToks the internet has to offer for entertainment purposes. Please do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe to the Soul Tribe for your weekly dose of supernatural, coming to you every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Y'all are my Soul Tribe. Tribe is with a Y because the Y is for you, okay? And that's because I love you so freaking much. Thank you for being here with me, per usual. I appreciate your time, honey, and I do not take it for granted whatsoever. Let me know where you are at, what you are doing, who's your favorite person in the world, what's your favorite color, and how much you like me in my content. It's like, nah, but for real though, okay? Let's get into this video. Y'all playing truth or dare with AI? Like, what's the point? But I don't know. AI be tripping though. Anyway, I don't know.
AI art is not something that's terribly new, but have you heard about the woman that is haunting AI pictures? This is the face, and nobody can explain why she keeps showing up in AI images. If you look at her, she's not really general. I mean, there are specific characteristics here that are consistent. Again, nobody knows which prompts are generating this woman. Nobody knows why her face continues to appear in different models. So this has opened up one of my favorite questions about the idea that AI pictures can be haunted. And don't forget, if things like this are of interest to you, make sure to go check out the podcast.
She must have been out of her head.
End of the world photos? End of the earth photos?
Here it is.
No. I don't know what this is about to be very interesting, okay? Y'all about to see my face doing all kinds of weird stuff. So be ready. Cause that was super stupid and weird, okay? Next video.
For those that didn't believe me that I went to 1984, let me show you something. I'm gonna travel from 1984 to 2005 in real time. This is gonna blow your freaking mind. Here I am in 84, 2005. 84, 2005, guys, in real time, guys. 84, 2005. Here I am in 2005, when Home Depot used to be Home Depot before CERN changed it to the Home Depot. Do you guys remember when it used to be called the Home, or when it was called Home Depot? Well, here I am, just Home Depot, before the Mandela effect, guys. How could you deny this proof? I'm literally here. No special effects or anything. Here's a bonus. Bye bye baby. These don't exist anymore. They went out of business, as you guys all know.
What the fudge? Y'all believe that? What y'all think? Because I know they supposedly, I guess with the BlackBerry phone, if you put it towards something, it'll make it like it's a parallel universe and it'll take it back to what we remember. But like as far as the Mandela effect. But that was interesting. Even with the Bye Bye Baby, I don't really remember that story too much. But I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. That was interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, honey.
The last formal president of the United States is Yolanda King. She's the best president the United States has ever seen. There is a single digital currency used by the entire world. There is no cash in the future. In 2033, an AI known as the Light was released. It is in every electronic device and anyone can talk with it and it will answer any question. This AI puts the world into a state of peace and prosperity. In 2036, there are avatars that will allow you to occupy a robotic body with your mind and travel anywhere in the world with superhuman abilities while your real body is safe. When you walk down the street, there are more robot avatars.
And we done seen that in how many movies now? Just how we seen cell phones and talking FaceTime years and years ago. And now it's prevalent in everyday life. What if what he's saying is for real? What if this is a real time traveler and what he's saying is facts? Scary. Of course, we won't know till we get there, but that's scary and it makes a lot of sense. A lot.
Than people. Overpopulation becomes a huge problem in the late 2030s.
Woo child, okay. I don't know, that was a good one. Next video. Did you know that setting aside as little as $300 from each paycheck into a max funded IUL instead of a 401k can give you $610,000 tax-free money and will provide you with $60,000 a year tax-free in retirement? Comment IUL below if you want more information. If you're open to being a financial professional licensed in your state, please send me an email at essence@tenaciouscashflowacademy.com.
My honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight you belong to me. Children, have you ever met the bogeyman before? No, of course you haven't, for you're much too good, I'm sure. Don't you be afraid of him if he should visit you. He's a great big coward, so I'll tell you what to do.
Like, I know it's AI, but how do they make this stuff look so real? Like with the people mixed in and I don't know, it's awesome. Awesome work. I can appreciate good artwork.
Hush, hush, hush.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing.
Hey, Apple!
What?
my apologies, okay? My apologies, okay? Because I don't even want to watch this shit, okay? You see me like covering my eyes because what the hell is going on? This is AI, and I don't like it. It's scaring me, okay? Really, like for real. Next video.
Warning, this is a real-time traveler from 2047. Here is what he told me about the future. Trump wins the 2024 election, beating Kamala Harris. William is sworn in as king following the passing off Charles in 2025. Earth will experience strange and intense natural disasters from 20 to 7.
Wait, did y'all see that said retracted? Retracted? Ain't that the word? I wonder why it flashed it real big. Was they telling some type of truth? Why did you do that?
You knew. You knew.
So these are the weirdest AI photos they have on the internet right now. And a lot of them are very creepy. And after I show y'all these, I'm going to tell you guys this. It is not that hard to figure out if it's AI or not. But anyway, the last one is the creepiest, but we'll get there. First, we get the lava eating contest. Now, most of y'all didn't believe this one. You can tell it's AI, but some people thought it was for real. Like, you have to be a super idiot to believe this is real. Like, can you imagine the heartburn? Like, bro is really going through it. Like, this guy's smelling this shit. Or it's probably his burnt, swollen lips. I'm not sure. But what's crazy, there are still people that actually thought this was real. Bro! Anyway, next one. Cheese eating contest. Like, the amount of people that thought this was real is ridiculous. It doesn't even look like cheese. And the cheese got her turned into a horse. But photos like these, this is how you can tell it's fake. Because they don't look normal. People were in the comments like, white people, man. You won't see no black people doing it. Now, I wouldn't put it past these white folks. But this is not real. It looks like cream of corn. Next. I'm sorry to tell you this, but R. Kelly is not performing in prison. Like, y'all really can't tell that he looks like a Grand Theft Auto character? Come on now. And people in the comments like, hey man, they have live concerts? Anyway, next. This is not the Pope. Come on, guys. This one was going crazy the other day. Y'all really thought LeBron and Stefan was actually kissing on the court and everybody was like, oh, it's 2023. They look computer generated, people. Now, the last one is the creepiest. But I just saw it on the internet, which made me want to make this video. But everybody was in the comments praying, terrified. I'm just going to show you. They have kids worshiping Satan. Listen, y'all, if it looks ridiculous, stare at it long enough.
The following cases are proof that time travel could actually be real. Number 1, a 1995 boxing match between legendary Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely. After a 4-year hiatus due to a subsequent rape charge, Tyson returned to the ring. The fight was nothing extraordinary, but he won by knockout in the first round. It wasn't until they reviewed the footage where they noticed something spectacular. Apparently in the first couple rows, a gentleman was holding a smartphone taking a picture of Mike Tyson, which is odd because they didn't introduce this type of smartphone until the 2000s.
Bruh, that was not a phone. That was a camera. That was not a phone. They reaching. That was not no cell phone.
Number 2, a time traveler skips town. 44-year-old Andrew Carlson, seen here, would get arrested on January 28, 2003 in Toronto, Canada. The FBI would arrest him proclaiming insider trading in the stock market because in the course of over 2 weeks, he invested $800 and made a profit of $350 million. And after a 4-hour interrogation, he would admit that he came from 2256. The FBI would find no evidence of fraud, but a gentleman would bail him out on $1 million bond and they would disappear.
That's my kind of time travel, okay? Come get that money and be out. Or vice versa. That's what I'm talking about. Next video.
Time travelers are real. Proof. We all know Greta Thunberg, right? Or do we? Image taken in 1898. How creepy. Normal image. Why is he wearing modern clothes? Look close. Vladimir Putin over the years. Jimmy Fallon is one of the most creepy lookalikes. I'm watching you.
This is the best evidence of an actual time traveler that we have.
In 2006, in the city of Kyiv, Ukraine, police were called to deal with a confused man. When they arrived, they found a young man who was scared, didn't know where he was, and was dressed in strange, anachronistic clothing, carrying a camera. Little did they know that they were possibly standing face to face with an actual time traveler. The man's name was Sergei Ponomarenko, and when the police asked him for his ID, he handed it to them, and the first thing they noticed was that it was issued from a country that didn't exist anymore, the Soviet Union. Ukraine was, of course, part of the Soviet Union in the past, but the Soviet Union had dissolved almost a couple of decades ago at that point. So let's just say the police didn't see those IDs much anymore, especially on young people, and this guy looked like he was in his 20s. And yet his ID stated that his birth date was in 1932, and he matched the picture in the ID. Something didn't add up. When they asked him what day he thought it was, he answered April 23rd, 1958. And that's when the police said, okay, we're going to take you to a little room where you can talk to the nice doctor.
What the? Yeah.
So Sergei winds up in a mental hospital in the care of Dr. Pavlo Kudrikov. So the doctor played along with this whole idea, and he asked him if he could figure out or if he could remember how he wound up in 2006, even though he thought it was 1958. And as recorded by the doctor, Sergei said, quote, "It was daytime, and I wanted to go for a walk in the city. I took my camera, but when I left my house, I saw a strange object that had a bell shape. And it was very strange, and it was flying in a strange way. It is difficult to explain what I was seeing. It might be better to look at the photos from my camera." Dr. Kudrikov was curious, so he got a hold of the camera, and the first thing he noticed was that it was an old, rare Yashima Flex. The doctor was a bit of a photographer himself, so he recognized the brand and knew right away that this was like an antique. Which is a problem, because it used a type of film that hadn't been manufactured since the 1970s. You can't just take it down to the CVS to get it developed, so he called in a photography expert named Vadim Poisner. Vadim got the film out, and he was able to see from the real info that it was manufactured in 1956. But it was in perfect condition. So he developed the roll, and this is when everything just kept getting weirder. What he found on the roll were photos of Kyiv, but clearly from a long time ago. All the cars, all the clothes, all the street signs, all were from the 50s. And there were photos of buildings that didn't exist anymore. And right there in front of those buildings was Sergei with his girlfriend at the time, out enjoying a beautiful day, wearing the exact same clothes he was found in. And the last photo on the reel, just as Sergei had suggested, featured a bell-shaped UFO. When the doctor asked him about the UFO photo, Sergei said, quote, "Now are you convinced I'm telling the truth? I so far do not understand what this object is and how something like that happened to me at the same moment when I took the picture and I went down to look at the camera and somehow I showed up in this year."
That's interesting. That's interesting. It really is. They said that he had different clothes on, had a different ID of a country who didn't even exist anymore at that time. I believe I actually heard this story before. It's still fascinating. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think it was real? Do you think it's bullcrap? Do you believe in time travel at all? Let me know what you think. Next video.
Travelers.
Tell me that ain't... Tell me. Oh.
Video phone in 1995.
Time traveler.
I'm not tripping out. Bruh.
Secret secret is that I came from 2030. In 2027, there was a huge technical revolution in the world. The chip was placed in the back of the human head. Do you know what that chip was used for? But of course, in the beginning, it performed only one function. It kept the human health in complete control. My life changed completely in 2028, when we created the first game you could play with that chip. The game was a flight simulator. You could just sit in an armchair in your room, close your eyes, and appear in a simulator where you are flying in the sky. It's the real world. And in 2030, my patience ran out. I went to a private clinic and they removed that chip. I will show it to you now. By the way, it is covered with real gold from the inside.
Okay, a time traveler from the year 2671 has warned us about these dates in 2023 and 2024. They are, put bluntly, insane! But trust me, you're going to want to favorite this video so we can come back and check the dates to see if they were right. The first one takes place on November 30th. Massive flood occurs in Hawaii, destroying most of Honolulu. Alright, December 19th, it's a season to be jolly, or downright fucking terrified. A new storm forms known as an electric hailstorm. Essentially, it forms when lightning merges with hail. Oh, and on top of that, it shocks and burns everything it touches. Alright, February 17th, 2024, starting the year off fucking strong. F6 12-mile wide tornado. Known to be the worst tornado in the history of the world, it destroys Houston, Texas. We also have April 2nd of 2024. 9.8 magnitude earthquake. I'm smiling because if I don't smile, I'll cry. It's known as Big John. John, what the fuck? Hitting San Andreas and causing a 750-foot mega tsunami to finish off what's left of the California coast. Now, this supposed time traveler has said the years of 2023 and 2024 are the most insane in history. And the most monumental. Monumentally fuck. These specifically were just natural disaster predictions. There's so much more. But if I tell you them in this video, you won't sleep for 3 weeks. Send this to literally anyone you know because they need to see this.
Excuse me, sir. Hey, do you know what year it is today?
1998. Why?
Guys, I'm in 1998. As you can tell behind me, I'm at Pizza Hut in 1998. I'm gonna show you what Pizza Hut looks like. This is gonna blow your freaking mind. Let me show you something. Guys, how do you deny this? I'm literally here, guys. I'm in the salad bar at Pizza Hut. You haven't seen this since like 2000. Guys, look at these lamps. I mean, I'm literally here, guys. Check it out. Oh my god, look at the old dining experience. Let me show you something that's gonna really, really blow your mind. Check this out. You haven't seen this in a long time. Guys, we even have an old school arcade. Well, it's not old school right now. It's old school to me. One of them's from 96 and the other one's from 94. Let me go ask someone what year it is.
How does he keep making these freaking videos? Because I believe that was the same guy. And, can you do that with AI? Because how is he making these buildings from back in the early 90s in his background? I mean, it could just be an old ass town that has not upgraded to anything. That is a possibility, but I'm confused. Okay. I'm confused.
Time traveling caught in real time. This video was filmed in 1928 before the mobile cell phone was invented. Pay close attention to the woman walking past the screen. She is caught holding what appears to be a cell phone to her ear.
You cannot tell that she's holding anything, let alone a cell phone. She could have been scratching her ear. She could have been holding an earring or fixing an earring. Yeah, that doesn't prove it.
Ancient fossilized game controller. Evidence for ancient technology. Fossilized 600 million years old hammer. Fossilized 600 million years old hammer.
Those were all fascinating photos. I do believe that the people carrying the stones is AI generated. Those other videos or photos could be real. The fossilized artifacts could be real, and I could be very wrong. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, and we know in all the land and the beautiful buildings and architecture that they got rid of to make life look a lot more simple and make us think that we are a lot dumb than, well, a lot less intelligent than what they try to portray us to be and want us to believe. But yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. You know, what we have now probably been around for centuries, and you know, they get rid of it and repopulate it to make money and whatever. Don't get me started. All of that is clearly AI and a bunch of bull crap. And why would you wish so much bad and detriment on the world for views? Like, that's horrible. I rebuke all of that, honey. Ain't none of that happen. None of that's going to happen. And people are weird. Next video.
Time traveler caught on camera.
Literally time
time traveled into the future, and now Elon Musk is trying to learn his secret. After dissecting the fabric of space, Sergei Krikalev actually built a space station that could travel through time, but not that well. So here's how he did it. Sergei would start by propelling him at extremely high speeds before literally warping him forwards. But how much time did he actually save? It wasn't enough to completely disappear from history, and it turns out he would only know when his mission was complete, which was to test Wi-Fi before it was released to the public. But after his Russian boss forgot he was stuck in space for 10 months, Sergei ended up orbiting the Earth 5 times by accident. He was in space for so long that the USSR collapsed while he watched it all from there. Luckily, he had spent nearly 3 years in space and was able to survive with very little supplies, also giving him just enough time to test how space actually works. And what he noticed was so interesting that even Elon Musk is now trying to build a similar spacecraft for Starlink. So follow, because his instruments said he had time traveled over 200 milliseconds.
The man who says he can travel back in time just went to the 1880s.
Is this man really in the 1880s? Let me know in the comments below.
Guys, I'm here in 1885 in a little town called Los Angeles before it became what it is today. This is by Hollywood, guys. I mean, come on, how do you deny this proof? I mean, I'm clearly showing you the evidence. I'm in LA right now, guys. This is the hotel I'm staying in.
I mean, it
That's
kind
the
of
room
looks legit.
that me and my Western wife are staying in. Those are her clothes. We're going to be staying here for the night. Guys, I mean, how could you deny this proof? This is where I keep my money. This is the bank. I've kept money with them before. Guys, some of the locals, the sheriff. I mean, how do you deny this proof, guys? It's literally in your face. I mean, I record all this with my hidden camera.
Do you think he's a real time traveler?
Then I bring back the footage so you guys can see it. This is me talking over the video, but guys, there's the church.
Hello to everybody watching this video right now. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I can assure you I'm telling the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm a time traveler. I've been both to the future and the past. And I'm choosing now to come clean about my story and explain why I'm in the year 2017. My story begins in 2028. This is the year that time travel was invented, and I chose to be part of the top secret program to send people into the future. With some people in the project, they were chosen to be sent to the year 2100. I was chosen to be sent to the year 2200, and this is the furthest that anybody has been sent into the future. In fact, in 2028, time travel to the past had not yet been invented. We could only travel into the future, and we took a big risk. We didn't know if human civilization would still be around, but we did take the risk, and luckily, it was still around. And let me tell you, the world has changed far more than I...
Have you ever wondered if time travelers are real? Well, here are some images that people say have caught time travelers in the act. This photo was taken in 1941 at the reopening ceremony of the South Fork Bridge in British Columbia. And just off to the right, you can see a man who appears to be dressed in modern clothing and sunglasses, looking very out of place from the rest of the people. However, I think he looks like Ryan Reynolds, but that's just my opinion. This image dates back to over 100 years ago and shows a lot of smartly dressed Canadians. However, to the left, there is a man sitting on the rocks in a t-shirt and shorts. He doesn't match anybody else in the photo and looks like the guy that skateboards to your school. This photo was taken during the war in 1943, and the man circled looks like he's talking on his phone, which weren't invented back then. And the way he's looking at the camera makes him look sus, as if he's been caught, maybe by another time traveller. The dabbing World War II soldier. So this photo was taken during World War II, and you can clearly see a man dabbing, unfortunately. And dabbing was a dance move that became very popular in 2014, so way after this photo was taken. But if you was a time traveller, where would you go?
Yep, we are all in deep danger right now, and if you see this, it's a warning and you need to run, as this is something we were never supposed to see. People were terrified after a man named Jim went viral after he posted something so haunting that people are saying this will put us all in severe danger. With one haunting video showing Jim literally being able to accurately predict what would come next in a slot machine uncut, to even which cars would drive by before they did. It became even creepier when allegedly he was able to show himself in an old Pizza Hut from 1998, showing the very old salad bar to even the lights that don't exist anymore. Footage also shows him at what appears to be at a Freddie Mercury concert before Freddie died. People noticed Jim was able to not only allegedly accurately predict the future, but allegedly able to go to the past, and this was never supposed to happen. However, a lot of people have tried to debunk him, saying some of those places are just abandoned old restaurants that are actually not from the past, and many think his predictions are just edited and voice added in later. But what do you think?
This TikTok time traveler has convinced millions that he's stuck in a parallel universe in the year 2027. In his videos, he walks around Spain's most populated areas, and they're all completely abandoned. As he recorded himself walking around churches, museums, stadiums, and even hospitals and police stations, people were really starting to believe that Javier might be stuck in a parallel universe. One comment even told him to go to a Mercedes dealership and steal one of their cars, and he did just that. Now, after this, viewers were speculating on how Javier was doing this. Maybe he recorded videos during quarantine, or was using editing softwares to crop people out. With thousands of people really starting to believe that Javier was a time traveler, the truth behind it all is actually extremely clever. It turns out Javier is actually a film director that's shooting a project to bring awareness to the idea of parallel universes.
That makes a lot more sense. I will say that. That makes a lot more sense.
I have an update regarding the time traveler that went into my shed and disappeared. And this is gonna blow a lot of people's minds. And if you're still denying that this is real at this point, this is gonna change your mind. So just a quick recap, this guy walks around my backyard, goes to my shed, opens the door, goes inside, and disappears. Called the cops came, they went in the shed twice. He wasn't in there. They looked, I looked like an insane guy. The cops were like, what is this guy smoking? And you can see he never came back until the next day right here. Notification on my camera that there's somebody in my backyard, and this guy leaves my shed. And he looks right at the camera too. That guy left my shed. But here's the craziest part. This looks like the same guy, maybe, glasses, whatever. Let's look at the other guy. This was the other guy. He noticeably aged. Looks like the same guy, but aged. So him again, and now him. Same facial features, whiter hair. So I don't even know what to think at this point. Somebody explain this. He literally left the same shed. You saw the camera I put before. There was no movement that whole night. Then the next day, this guy leaves the shed, looks right at the camera like he knows, and he looks noticeably older. I don't know, something's going on. Somebody explain what's going on in my shed. I'll be going there in about a week to give a tour, since a lot of people are asking. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't even know what to think.
Well, I remember seeing that when that came out. And it was a big deal. That was hilarious. What do you think? Was it a skit? Was it a real time travel situation? I remember they had the police there and they had like search dogs there and they did a whole investigation on that man's property. So I don't know if it was a hoax, then he probably got in trouble for that. But I think they even made him say it was a hoax just because, you know how they get down. But we made it to the end of another video. Oh my gosh, yo, this new technique, this new format, I see y'all like it, but it's a headache. A headache. But I'm gonna get it down pat because I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my soul tribe, you heard? But anyway, thank you for being here with me, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I do not take your time for granted. Please don't take my hard work for granted. Know that I am putting in that work, honey. And this is one of many things that I do during my busy week, okay? So I appreciate y'all. I hope you appreciate me. You already know what to do with it. Give it to your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your daddy, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, your bestie, your enemy, your enemies, because anybody can't get it, okay? But I appreciate y'all. Contact me, Essence, at tenaciouscashflowacademy.com. And like, comment, share, subscribe. And I love y'all so much. Y'all are my soul tribe. Tribe is with the Y because the Y is for you because I love you. And I'm out. I'm so sleepy. Okay. Good night. Hey queens, tired of feeling stuck and overworked? Check out the video on my website and see if digital marketing may be your way out. Hope to hear from you soon.